Hello, Mr. Carson. Okay, we're gonna get started. There we go. Turn that off. Okay, so let's take a look. Just 10 seconds. So I'm gonna get the attendance ready. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go through our norms. It means everybody else is absent. Let's take a look. Leah Kathy is absent. Raymond Davis absent. Jamar Jones absent. Elijah Curtis is absent. Melody Terry is absent. Alika Vernon absent. And Mr. Carson is present. All right, so submit to office. Didn't go that time. Oh, that looks better. Okay. All right, now let's move this out the way. Okay, so let's go through our norms real quick, and I'm just going to discuss what's needed for this project today. Zoom in. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna read the first five, and then we need you to read the next five, Mr. Carson. All right, so the first five are the five basic norms. No one has a right to hurt another person. Education and classroom are sacred. We will never behave in a way that will discredit ourselves, our school, or our family. And at an Excel Academy of Southwest student is always, ladies and gentlemen, we take pride in Excel Academy of Southwest. The five academic norms, Mr. Carson, can you recite those?
You respect the opinions of others. You respect the culture of the classroom. You are attentive to participate. You have expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Thank you, sir. All right, so let's go through it. Inside of Edsby, if you haven't found it already, there's a townhouse link. I try to put that at the top of the list for you. And then we have today's evaluation. So first thing we do today. So if you click on the link, it'll take you to the assignment, or you can just grab this bit here. So I'm going to take this from the chat. I'm going to take this from the Edsby and put it in the chat so you can see it. I'm not going to take you through reading it and everything because I'm pretty sure you know what to do at this point. But basically, you open up the Scratch project, and I should explain it anyway because students might be coming late. I have to review the video later. So with that said, you're going to make sure you have, I think it's this one open. And it says Animation Dragon Boat Festival teacher sample. It's a remix. So yes, before you ask me, Mr. Carson, you can go ahead and remix it with the same stipulation. But here are the changes, and I'll put comments in there, and make sure you try to get the comments done too, not just the remixing and the recoloring, but also the comments. So if I expand this for a second, and again, this is the second link in the chat. It says the link to begin creating your project today and this is right after you read the rest, where I tell you to review it. And also, all chat transcripts are available. I try to make sure I put the chat transcript in there and the video and anything else I think you need to still do the assignment. So you'll be able to see all that. But you click on the flag. Let's expand it so you can see it. And of course, you click on the flag and it starts the animation. And you got a green flag in the center and you have one way up here. This is usually where you click on it and just go. So initiate the program, and then it's a boat race. I think you did this one before, Carson, already. But just use different colors. So what was I saying? What was I saying? You boat is now celebrated around the world. There's supposed to be a way. I must have missed that part. There we go. A space bar. Click on the blue dragon to learn how to race. Press the down arrow to cheer. Right. So I press down arrow like they slow down. But overall, the goal is to recreate this with your own creativity, like meaning your own backdrop if you can. You can use the water, but change the water to a different color. You can use the boats and the characters. But here are the changes you need to make to give full credit on today's assignment. You click on See Inside, and we're gonna go to the code section real quick. And of course, it's the same thing. It's an easy exercise today. I know people are going to be tired, but everything that's said, I don't want you to remove the say blocks. I want you just to incorporate the speech blocks. Remember, this is about universal design. So it's about teaching, not teaching, but helping people who may not be able to see, so they can't read it, right? And then also helping people who cannot see, but also able to hear, so they can hear if you put text to speech blocks. So I want you to incorporate the extensions. I'm going to click down here and go to text to speech. Okay. Now, later on, like probably tomorrow, we're going to use a different extension. It's called music. And that's, I think, where you get to create your own music or synthesize your own music and put it into your Scratch project. So what we want to do is you just need to, let me put a comment. for instance, use a text-to-speech block like this and leave that here, and maybe I can attach a comment to it so you'll know. So this is attaching comments, right? So add a text to speech block, and I'm gonna save it so you can see it on your screen too. Block to each say block. So we bring in life to your project, or yeah, say block. Like a better term. These are all blocks, but they're really mini lines of code in each block. So at any rate, you got how many to put replace, not replace, but incorporate. So right after the press down arrow, because you want the person to hear what the instructions are, right? So right after this one, you're going to snap a block in between it, right? So if I take this apart and bring it over here, I can snap it here and just type in the same thing and just put that block back. Right, now that's my technique. If you got a better one, you could snap the text-to-speech blocks together at the end of the two say blocks. You could do that, and just check your timing though, because you might want time in between for it to say it, and then you might have it. I don't know. Just try it out though. So that's one of the things you have to do. Let me drag it over a little bit, and make sure it's saved so you can see it. What else we got to do? Well, if I come over here to this dragon boat, right? So we got the blue dragon, right? We just did the blue dragon. Now we have the red dragon. So let me zoom out. And you got a bunch of statements over here. You got to put, text-to-speech blocks in, right? So again, the same situation. Grab a block and just put it here. In case students want to see where that came from, you click on extension, and then you grab that and you just retype. If you can copy and paste a sentence into that block for each block you need, it makes it easier on you. And I would cascade it, or say block, text block, say block, text block. That's how I would do it. So kind of like a purple, green, however you want to incorporate that. Okay, so let's put a note here. So it's the same thing. I'm gonna come back to the red because I don't have to retype everything. So let's just put this in here. It's the same thing you got to do. Let's copy that and put that here. Okay, so you use it. I'm just leaving it here as the block you use because some people don't know where to find this block. So I'm gonna save this. You should see that over on your source code that I provided you with. Okay, now what else do we have to do here? Let's see, this is for the flags. All right, now the flags, they should be animating. That's the only thing I was going to say. But you got one reset continue, right? So they got to keep on. I want you to figure out how to keep these flags animation, or in animation, I should say. So troubleshoot is like you're a computer scientist at this phase. You're actually troubleshooting and trying to figure out how to make the program what your customer or client wants you to make it into. So troubleshoot the flags, make the flags, I should say, animate during the entire program. Okay, and I gave you a clue as to where to look. You got this wait second and repeat how many times. I want you to figure out how to keep that loop, because we talked about loops last week, or before we went to break. A loop will iterate or keep running the program as many times as you program it to. So it's the same thing with the animation. If you paid attention to the animation or you click on it, the flags don't move too often. They move like maybe for a couple of seconds and they stop, I think. So test that out and see if you can get it going. Okay, that there. And let's save that so you can see that comment. Last thing, there's a fish, right? I don't know if you saw the fish pop up. So this is where I want you to incorporate your word of the day and term of the day. And let's put this here. You can make this the fish say it. I'd prefer you to have it as a text bubble so you see where the fish is. But you could also have it say it for extra credit. So it's just how you choose to do it. So use a say block. So use a say block to make the fish, or whichever color. It could be a fish. You could change it to whatever sprite, fish or sprite, to uh, define, right, the word of the day and the term of the day. And you're like probably wondering what are those. So let me put it in here real quick. Word of the day is sufficient. Now you got to make it say the definition. And term of the day is conditional loops, because I think this is where we're at with, in this part of the week. We're trying to move into other types of loops. You got, if, then, else, situations like that. They go into loops to keep iterations going of the program. So it does what it needs until a desired effect is achieved. All right. So not conditional statement, but loop conditional statements. This is in terms of computer science, so don't be going on the internet finding weird definitions. Just look up in terms of computer science, because that's what you're doing. Okay, so I think I gave you everything you need. I'm gonna start a timer. Go make that bigger. All right. So somewhere in there, all I'm saying is make sure you connect it to that fish. You also, lastly, before I start the timer, because it's 9:18, and I think you got more than enough time to get something done. You need to incorporate a bit of background music, right? I always tell you this, it's good practice, because whatever the music is, it kind of sets the background of what you're thinking this is supposed to do. So it's your own form of creativity. So you got to incorporate background music for the entire duration of the program, right? So what I mean by that is you want to make sure when they're racing, like whenever you're doing it, from what time to what time your music plays, and it could be a loop, right? Like you have a track playing in a loop. It can be from when the boat started at the beginning to the end, and then the music stops, right? So it's up to you how you want to creatively incorporate the music. All right, I think I've said a whole lot. We already know that you have to use your own sprites. If you're remixing, at least recolor them so this your own, because it's supposed to be your own, project. Something called plagiarism in English, and if you plagiarize too much, people start coming at you about, defamation of character, or you copywriting, trying to take copyrights in my work. So let me save this so you can see that, and that should be the last note that I wanted to discuss before we started on it. So let's take about 15 minutes to work on this, and then we're gonna see how far you got. You don't have to have everything done, but you at least get started, right? So let me start the clock. I'm gonna look at some grades. Did you have any questions, Carson? No. Are you like? No, I said a lot. Okay, he shook his head. All right.
I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay. All right. Was there a question? Oh, I must have heard something. Hey, Carson, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You on mute, Mr. Tyler.
I'm sorry. Do you have anything to share, or are you still working on it?
Yeah, I can share a little bit.
Okay, let me turn it on. Okay, you have the floor. Let me stop sharing just in case that slows you down. There you go. Oh, okay. You coming along? Ah, you use my strategy. Nice. All right. What about Oh, you about to play it? Okay.
Oh,
We are dragon vibration. This is a tradition that originated in China.
Oh, your flags are moving.
And
Cool.
now it is celebrated
Let me
all
stop.
around the world.
I know. I
We gotta
gotta,
work on that.
Let's learn how to race.
I gotta add more
Press the
time.
down arrow to have the rowers cheer. Click on the space bar one time to see us race.
Okay. So you got like one boat done, not both, right? Because I saw some of the
Yeah.
talking. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So keep working at it, dude. You're doing good. Give you about 15 more minutes.
Today, the
Would that
theme
help?
of the day is
Seem like you got a lot of points for that one.
that spins around and crosses in
So
Yeah.
you got
south.
the first boat, the water recolored, and you say you're still working on the flags, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I don't want to change the color of the red boat because don't know other color look like on it.
I was about to ask you about that. Okay. All right. So just keep working at it. You're doing good though, man. You're knocking it out.
We are dragon.
All right.
All right. Put up here. It's 9:37. Let's put like I said, let's put 13 minutes. No, it's actually 12 more minutes because it'll bring us to 50. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. I got to follow up with everybody else on this. Welcome to class, Melody.
Can you put the link up in the chat?
Sure. One moment. All right, do you see it? And there should be comments for everything you got to do in there once you click on it.
Okay.
Okay, so are we at the point where you're ready to share out again? It's 9:50. Well, I was gonna keep you guys for 5 more minutes, but Carson, only I think I seen most of what you got done. Did you have anything else, or
Yeah, I
uh,
just added music.
you added music? Okay, so did you fix the other parts, like the other comments, or no?
Yeah, they
Okay,
don't.
okay, so you can share out real quick. Let me turn that feature on, and I'm gonna stop sharing and see how far you've gotten. Okay, let me stop sharing. And then, Mel, if you have anything you can share before we get ready to uh, go to the next period. All right, so Carson, you should have the floor now. I think mine's there. You go. Okay, all right.
We are dragon boat racing. This is a tradition that originated in China, but now it is celebrated all around the world. Click on the blue dragon boat to learn how to race. Press the down arrow to have the rowers cheer. Click on the space bar one time to see us race.
Nice. Okay, I like how you did that. Okay, so you timed your statements. That's pretty
Word of
good.
the day.
Mm-hmm.
The fishing term of the day is loop, a shape produced by a curve that bends around and crosses itself.
Okay. And oh, okay.
Computer science, the study of the principles and use of computers.
Okay. 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 You did it say sufficient? I think I saw sufficient explained.
Yeah, it said it.
Okay. Okay, so dude, just finish up whatever you're gonna finish. You know how to share it out, give it the same title I gave in my source code, and then put it in Etsy so I can grade it. Pretty good, man. You did that. You're getting quicker with this stuff. Melody, did you have anything you could share? Carson, you could leave in like 3 minutes. All right.
I
Um,
don't got nothing.
you don't have nothing. Was you able to open the project up?
Yeah, I was able to open it. I'm just viewing it, like looking at the stuff.
Do you see the comments in there and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So try to work on doing everything like he did. Did you? I think I put in that comment the word of the day and term for you already. I think I did. So with that said, you guys, if you have no more questions, you're free to go in about 2 minutes because I know everybody's coming off break. You need some time to get reacclimated to come to class. I did put some more grades in the system. You might want to take a look if you're behind. And next week is Computer Science Education Week. So I'm trying to have some devices for you students and also new projects for you to do. I think it'd be a nice little change into what we do in Make Code. Just a small break from Make Code. And then you see things in computer science, careers and stuff. You might have any questions? Y'all quiet over there. I guess not.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. So I'm gonna set a clock and then I'll just be here in case you do come up with a question. If not, everybody's free to go in a minute.
We can leave or something, Mr. Tyler.
Yeah, that's what I said a moment ago, dear. You if you have no questions, you're free to go.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so Rush, you there or? Make sure the attendance got saved. Yeah, it logged. Okay. Well, guess I'll get the video ready.